rough day of fishing. There's just way too much current to do much of anything. I was thinking about doing a blog post. Probably just talk about it now since I ain't catching nothing. Still early in the season, lot of current, lot of rain, a lot of crazy stuff going on. So I'm just gonna set adrift here with the bobber here. Bobber floats out faster than me, which is great. But anyway, how much catfish gear is enough gear? How much gear is enough gear, like tackle? Well, I think that really depends on the kind of fishing that you're doing. Of course, you see my channel catfish tackle box. This is it right here. You've seen me talk about that. I may try to remember to link to a video in it. But that's it. Just a couple of dressed hooks that I'm using now. Kind of simulate shad a little bit with my cheese bait for channel cats. Then we got some traditional hooks here. Split shots, beads, line, you know, for stoppers and all that. And then we have swivels. And then for channel catfish, out here in the current, I really should be anchored up and stuff, but I just don't feel like it. You know, it's just too much. But that brings up another point. If you're just bobber fishing for channel cats, a single rod and reel is enough. But if there's current, just the old hat here. But if there's current, you're gonna have to go to something heavier like this, and you might have to have 3, 4 rods, 3, 4, 5, 6 rods cast off the back of the boat here, or off the side, however you're gonna anchor up. And so you can do it that way, because at that point line's getting taut now. I'll probably have to let out some more line, because at that point you need you know, this kind of fan pattern, almost like a crappie fisherman would do, of rods spread out to get set in the current and things like that, you know. But at any rate, we're gonna get on the oars here and move back here. But so that you know, and so if you're having to haul lots of, like in this current, these little split shot legs aren't gonna get the thing even close to the bottom. So if we're gonna do bottom fishing, we're gonna have to be carrying 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce. And some of you guys are fishing such heavy current, you're needing, you know, 6, 8, and 8 ounces. You know, you just as well put a concrete brick on and you just get fish with a broomstick, right? And so when you have to have all that, you know, you get you something more like this. Now this one's old, and I grabbed it because it had a lot more gear. I put my little bobbers here in here. Got me some circle hooks here, things like that. And I think I'm going to reel in and cast a little bit closer there to the bank. But anyway, there you go there, right? And so that's how much gear you need. It depends on how you're fishing. If you're anchoring up fishing in current, you're probably going to need about 4 or 5 rods, 4 to 8 rods casting off the back of the boat. Even if you're drifting, I'm probably going to get this guy here, and but again, I don't have enough weight. But so it just depends. And so what you have to do is figure out how you're going to fish, why you're going to fish, and what are the things you're going to do to fish. And then you pick your gear from that. And so we got a little glug here with some oil and garlic and other goodies. And I don't plan on catching anything today, actually. I'm not really... Oh, there it goes. Just now cocked up. And we'll just leave it there like that. And so there you go. You know, that's what you want to do. And that kind of leads to the second point of how much boat is enough boat for cat fishing. again, you guys have seen me fish this little 12-foot boat. But if you know, this is a good one-man boat, 12-foot John boat. If you want to fish 2 people, I'd recommend reel up some of this slack. If you're going to fish 2 people in a boat, I'd recommend getting at least an 18-footer. But then again, I think in terms of kayaks and things like that, and canoes. So, I mean, that's what I would do there. So, I think we're starting to outfloat the float, outpace the float, rather. And so that, you know, that's how much boat is enough boat, and so you got to determine that. I mean, if you're a professional guide, you probably want a 20 or 24-foot boat, and because you're going to be having 3, 4, 5 people on your boat all the time, and they're going to be wanting to catch fish, and you're going to have a different kind of setup. You need to be, you know, if you're a tournament fisherman, you're going to need a different boat still. So the kind of boat you buy for catfishing is going to be determined by the way you fish, the type fish, and things like that. If you're a tournament fisherman, by definition, you're going to need horsepower, because you want to get to your spots quickly and fish, you know, even with catfish, you know. Okay, so that might do us there. And so there you have it there. And again, so the kind of boat you use depends on the thing. Depends on, so there's a lot of factors. So don't let anybody tell you there's only one way to do something. There just isn't, you know. It just depends on who you are and what you like, and what works best for you and what you need to do for your particular situation. That's just one of those general life principles that I've learned years ago. All right. And so that's how much catfish boat is enough catfish boat, and how much gear is enough gear. Oh, dadgummit. I seriously doubt if I catch anything today, I'll tell you the honest truth. But it sure is fun to be out here. This kind of fishing I'm doing really works best during the summers. But anyway, that's how much catfish boat is enough catfish boat, and how much catfish tackle is enough tackle.